I will show you how to use SolidWorks to find dimensions of the bar, IC, distances, all of that in your dynamics problem. So let's start to do a part. In this problem we are in millimeter, so better to stick to millimeter standard ISO, mean international standard. So we will have our dimension in millimeter right away. Okay, so, and I know if your computer likes mine, it takes a little bit of, a lot of energy to my computer. Anyway, so part you can check you are in millimeter. So I will say first things, file, save as. Okay, don't forget to do that all the time. Oops. Okay, I want just to put it at the right place. Let me put that on the desktop. And this is for homework 11. So let's call that ECE212 homework 11 dimension. Okay. So there is a tool that is very convenient to use in this case. Is instead of putting your dimensions A, B, C, D, E directly A, B, C, D directly in your sketch, let's put them as equations, so it's easy to change when you do a second attempt. So for that, you click on Tools, Equation, and you create a new variable. So A, I will use as an example 250 millimeter. Let me double check. Yeah, 250 millimeters. B, I will use this is 300 millimeters, my distance DA. My distance C. This is CD, so CD will be 400. This is the dimension in the book too, if you work on that. And D, the dimension will be 300. Okay? Okay, so now you should see them on the left here. Okay, this is millimeter. So let's start a sketch. We will just do a sketch. We will do nothing more than a sketch. So let's do a sketch, new sketch, front plane. So I select the front plane to be in the front plane. I will do a sketch for dimension BA, and this is up to you to decide where you want to put that 0. Let me put that 0 at point A because at the point that we have the information. So this is my first line, EPS, and what we know about this line is we know the total dimension, the length, and this total dimension will be the dimension A plus B. So you do equal global variable A plus global variable B. Okay? Make sure that you have your formula writing this way, like with a little apostrophe, and enter. So when you will change this distance A and B, that will also change your length of your bar. And now what we know also, we know that the angle there is the dimension 345. You can find your angle, or you can do another way. I don't like to make calculations, so I will select the center line, or you can just select line and after change it, but make sure to put it 4 dimension. So that will give you, when you draw it, that will give you those little, you see, this one and one vertical there. So you need to make sure that this one is horizontal, this one is vertical. Let's put the dimension of this one to be, to be 4, and this dimension there to be 3, and that will automatically set your line with the little triangle 345. Is that amazing? Nothing to do. Okay, I will add a point on this line to write the dimension D. So I use the point. I do a point there, and I will add the dimensions between this one and make sure, let's select this one on the end because the other one is harder to select. So this one is the dimension, the 250, that was my dimension A, I think, equal global variable A. Enter. Here we go. So I have my point B, my point D, and my point A. Okay. Let's say we want to find right away the AC. I will use a center line. We know that VA is up and down, and VB is right and left. So I draw a perpendicular line to VB. Here we go. Vertical. Match it, make sure that's image there. And I draw an horizontal center line from that point on the bottom. Oops. This one there. And all the way as soon as it's horizontal. So make sure that you have that little orange. Okay, let me put it there. Escape, and let me select it and say it's a horizontal line. Here we go. This point there, that's your IC. So we can maybe put our 2 points together. So I click on Control, select both of them, and say merge. And here we go. So this point is my IC, and the IC from the distance from this one to this one will be from there to there. Escape, double check that you were at the right position there. That looks good. You want the dimension? Nothing more easy. You want the dimension of what? Okay, from the point to the point, 330. You make this dimension driven because you want to know the dimension, but you don't want this dimension to lead your drawing. So for this one, make sure, like, let me see if we select the right point. Yes, the points are together. So you can select the line, or you can select the 2 points. There. Driven, because same again, you want to know the dimension, but not to lead your sketch. And you want to know the dimension of this one. That will be your IC, your distance between the point D and your IC there. So here we go. We have the first road. Let's do save, and we have everything. I want to see just something, if I'm able to select them and put a new color for the line. I don't know how to do that. I have never done that before. If you find it, that will be great. Additional parameter. Yeah, the points. I imagine it's something in the view. So if you know how to do that, let me know. I have never have to do that to find the sketch, but that's how I have my first dimension. Now let's draw the bar CDE. Oh, we forgot to add one thing there. On top of those dimensions, we want the angle of the bar because your angle can change, right? So let's go back on File, Tools, Equations. Let's add angle. And let's put 30 degrees. Put degrees, otherwise it will not be degrees. Okay, you need to put degrees. By default, that will be millimeters, the first unit of this part. So bar, let me draw a bar. I know that the bar is going through this point, but you see by default it doesn't snap. So let me do that, escape, and I will select this bar and this point, and I will make them coincident. Don't put middle point, we don't know if it's a middle point. So what do we know about that bar? We know the distance between this point and this point. Make sure to stay parallel to the bar. This one is your distance D, so equal global variable. Is it the D? Oh, no, that's a distance C, sorry, C, enter. And we know that this distance from the point to this point is your distance D, equal global variable D. Here we go. If I go too fast, I'll go back on. I'll go on the video a little bit slower. We just miss, you see it's blue. Blue means it's not constrained. So if we grab that, we see that we can still move, turn. Okay, we need to fix this rotation. We will use a center line that is also like a construction line. So from there to there, it's horizontal, perfect. And we want to add the angle. This one and this, oops. That's not what I mean to do. So let me delete this one. Don't want to do the length. I just want to do the angle. Here we go. Angle, and I go grab my angles in my variable. Oh, you see this one is not horizontal. Okay, so let me double click on this one and I click horizontal. So now the bar is horizontal and this CDE bar is drawn there. Okay, I know there's a lot of dimensions. We can move them a little bit to see it a bit better. What did I do? Okay, sorry, I went outside my sketch. Here we go. Yeah, I can put that closer there. Maybe this one there. So we can really see this bar. Oops. Okay. You should have a sum sign in front. It means that we use the equations value, the parameters. So we want to keep that. Now for the IC of this bar, we know that the IC will be aligned. One of the line will be aligned with this one because the direction, not this one, sorry. Yes, this one. This one, because this bar, this line there, is perpendicular to your VD that is there. So we can, okay, I blocked this line, I should have kept it longer. I will draw another line on top of this one. From that point to there, escape, and I will put them collinear together. Okay, so this line represents the perpendicular line to the velocity VD. Because remember, the velocity is always perpendicular to the line from the IC to the point. So that was this one for the bar, the first bar. But now for the second bar, that's also perpendicular to this one because VB is the same. VD is the same. Okay. What else do we know? We know that this point C is stuck horizontally. Go back and forth, right and left only. So we draw a perpendicular line to this velocity. So center line. Let me do it up there. Oops, so you see I didn't select, make sure that you go over that. So I do control, select the two of them and do coincidence. And I think also this line is not vertical, so I click on it and vertical. Here we go. This point where they meet, let me grab those 2 points so that they show merge. Here we go. This point there is the IC of my bar, my second bar, CDE. Let me merge, that will be easier. I will merge this point there and there. Merge. And I think those points are merged there. Yeah, they're starting to be a little bit more. The only line that I'm missing, so this line will be the distance from the point C to the IC, point D to the IC. I'm missing the distance from E to the IC. So I will do that now. From there, select this point, select these points, done. I want to find the distance. What I do some drive and dimension. So start dimension. I was checking if there is a drive and dimension right away. Dimension for, let's keep it driven. So this is the dimension from C to IC. Oh, I don't want this one. I want this line. Here we go. D to IC and E to IC. Okay, I know there's a lot of dimensions. You can remove them when you build your sketch, but it took us, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, and we can check all our dimension that we found by hand with the sine law, cosine law, and all of that, that there's so many options to make mistakes. Because all those triangles, like inside, don't have right angles. So I feel like it's an easy way to check your dimension. And don't forget to save, close, and let's say you take a new attempt. You can double click, you can click right and manage equation. And now your dimension have changed to 25. I don't know, I will just change maybe the angle. Okay. Maybe all your dimensions have changed. Okay. And all your dimensions have been updated by SolidWorks. There's another option if you prefer. You can draw your line with the dimensions to set the position of the bars and their dimensions, and you can do a drawing from that if you prefer to not have all the dimensions on the same place. But that's make you open a new drawing and make you two steps, I will say. So here we go. I hope that helps. Let me know if you have questions on how to use SolidWorks, a sketch in SolidWorks to help you with some of your statics or dynamics problems. Bye bye.